Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Bunny. Yes, I know it's been so long since I came here, but I have been so carried away with a lot of things going on in my life, school, everything. And I know you guys expected so many videos from me, but then I am here now, so yeah. Anyway, today, as you can see from the title, I'm going to talk to you about things I've had to adjust to since I came here to Canada. I know it's been just 5 months, but there are so many things I've had to adjust to, I've had to learn, and I've had to just mentally psych myself to get used to. This video is basically for anyone who has plans of coming to Canada or anyone who just wants to learn something about Canada. So these are things that I have personally learned. I wouldn't say all these things that I'm going to talk about happens to everyone, but those are things personally I've had to deal with or get used to. So don't forget to like, comment, and hit the notification button to get notified anytime I post a video. So let's get right into the video. So the first thing I had to get used to, or the first thing I found it really hard getting used to, is the food. Honestly, I love my jollof, I love my banku, I love my fufu, I love my wachi, I love my Ghanaian food, but then I had to get used to the food here. I had to try new things. I had to know the things I like, the things I do not like, the things I'm allergic to, the things I'm not allergic to, the things oh my goodness, I wonder how they are able to eat here and get satisfied, honestly, because I don't know, I do not get satisfied with anything I eat here. Just honestly, I don't know what food they have here that could fill me up. They eat like in small quantities, so like they have sandwiches, burgers, and stuff like that. I mean, these are food I know already. Some of them I do not know. I've tried like poutine, I've tried some Canadian or foreign food here, and they're quite good, but I feel like they do not fill me up. And I just you know, Africa, we are used to eating foods that fill us up. So like you can eat one dish and you're like so full that you can't even stand up, but here you just have to eat and make sure you eat again the next hour or two, and I'm not used to that. So I had to get used to the food they have here, because if I still want to stick to my African dish, it is quite expensive, so you just have to get used to it. Sometimes I try to do grocery shopping so that I can make my own African dish. I try ramen to make it look like Indomie, the Indomie we have in Ghana. Sometimes most of the time too, when my friends go back to Ghana, I make sure to tell them so they bring me some kondo and some African stuff so that I can make the food here myself. Sometimes I get beans, I get rice, and I go to the Ghana store to get some wachi leaves, so I do some wachi and stuff like that. I do banku when I make my friends bring kondo to me. Actually, the Chinese shops have some African stuff there, so I try to get oko there as well. I try to make something to make it look like Ghanaian. So number 2, language. I wouldn't say language, I would say the accent, the Canadian accent, right? For the first few months, it was hard trying to like understand the Canadians when they speak. And apparently it's something that people go through. People like it's normal. If you're in Africa, you watch a lot of foreign movies and you think you're just okay, you're okay with the foreign accent, but then it is different when you come here and you have to actually listen to them or like reply when they talk and stuff like that. So as much as you find it hard hearing them, they also find it hard hearing you, because apparently we also have an accent and I had no idea. So I thought, honestly, I thought we have clear accents. I thought when we talk, it's hard, it's like easy to hear, because I thought we mention our words like one, like we say our words like clear. So I didn't think they're gonna find it hard hearing what we say as well, but apparently that's the case. And yeah, so the first few months I had to like just listen or critically, like in my school we still wear nose masks, so like hearing them when they talk was like so hard for me. In class, for instance, you have to make contributions and you have no idea what they are saying, and you still have to like respond or like give feedback or even contribute. but you don't even hear what they are saying, and it's like so hard. So that was like one thing that was really hard for me. but I think as time goes on, your ears get used to it, and also the more you spend time with them, your ears adjust gradually and you understand them when they talk. So one other thing I've had to get used to is time. Time is very essential. Time is money. Honestly, I don't think Canada has 24 hours. That's one thing everyone says. I honestly thought I was the only one, but I realized that everyone goes through it. Like, the time here is so limited. There is no time for anything. I used to wonder, I was like, why is it that when people travel, they don't get time to talk to people back home, or like they kind of distance themselves or anything? Honestly, there are some people who truly distance themselves from people back home, but the time here is so limited. I don't know if it's the time difference. You don't have enough time to do what you want to do. Like, there is no time. I honestly don't know how to say it for you to understand, but time is money. The saying, time is money. It is here that you understand that time is money, because there's no time to waste. And also, if you schedule a meeting with someone, make sure you are there 15 minutes before time, because they do not joke with their time. And also, if you waste time or if you are late, it leaves a bad impression about you, because already these white people have like their own made-up perceptions about black people. So if you are always late to functions or meetings and stuff, you don't make your case any better. Like, it leaves a very bad impression about you. They are not going to tell you, they are not going to like say it, but in their heads they are going to justify whatever perceptions they have about you. So make sure when you come, you leave your African time mentality in Ghana or Africa, Nigeria, wherever you're coming from. So the next thing I had to adjust to is the bus system. That is the third one. Me, I'm used to my Chosky, my Uber, my taxi, but the bus system is weird. It took me a minute to get used to it, but luckily I had friends who took me through it and explained everything to me, and I was able to understand how it works. And also, it goes back to you being on time, because if you miss your bus, you'd have to wait for the next bus. And if you have a class, if you have a meeting with someone or anything, you'd make sure you check your bus before time so that you do not miss it, because if you miss it, you're going to miss your meeting, and if you miss your meeting, is going to leave a bad impression about you. So you don't want to miss your bus. That is one thing you wouldn't want to do. The most painful thing is when you're like almost at the bus stop and you see your bus leaving. You would cry. Honestly, you will cry. So you check, immediately you wake up, the first thing you have to check is the weather, and the second thing you have to check is the bus, the time the bus is coming, if there is going to be any delays or anything, make sure you check it, just to be on time. When you have your meeting at 2, make sure you start taking your bath around, or start getting ready around 11:10. No, so that you don't miss your bus. So because I had to get used to being on time, I had to get used to the bus system as well, and now I am good. So the next thing is giving tips. Yeah, anytime you buy something, you have to give a tip. One other thing I've had to get used to is taxes. Anytime you are buying something and you see the price tag there, that is not what you're paying. No. Like, you go for grocery shopping, or like you see something online and you want to buy and you want to pay for it, the amount there is not what you're paying. You're paying anything you buy, you have to pay tax. So if you see something for $20 and you want to get it, you have to pay tax. So whatever you see, like if you see $20, you just assume it's not $20, it's like $22 or $23, and that is the price. So if you see something and you're buying, add your tax. If you see $29, round it up, make it $30 or $31. If you see $30, know that you are paying $32. And also trying to convert the money back to Ghana. Like, if you're buying something, if you're new to another country and you want to buy something, automatically you convert it back to Ghana, like your previous country's currency, and it messes up with your head. Because if you do that, you are not going to buy anything. Please, if you are buying something, make sure you just assume that, like, if you're buying something for $20, I'll just assume it's 20 cedis. Just I know it's not the same, but just assume it's 20 cedis, otherwise you're not going to buy anything. So taxes, and also getting used to the idea of like spending without converting it into the Ghana cedis. That was one thing that was really hard for me. So the next thing is Canadians smiling at you. Hey, these people are going to smile at you. I don't know, like anytime you are outside walking, just roaming about, make sure you're going to get smiles from like 1,000 people before you get back home. Anytime you see someone, it's like smiling is a form of greeting or something. So if you see someone, hi, sometimes you don't even say hi, they just see you and they smile. And you don't know if it's like real or fake, but they're like they're just smiling, so you just smile back. Yes, so Canadians love to smile at people. They are generally nice people. Probably something you've heard before, but then I want to hit on it. I want to say it again, that Canadians are nice people, generally nice people. So when you see someone, they're going to smile at you, and you smile back if you want to. As time goes on, you also get used to seeing people and smiling at them. It's not everyone who's going to smile at you, but then majority of the people are going to smile at you. People like older people, younger people, they are just polite people. I think that's the word I have to use. They are just very polite people, nice. But that is genuine or not, honestly, you can't really tell if it's genuine or not, but they are, whatever you do, they will smile at you. So get used to people smiling at you. When you see someone, you should try smiling. If they smile back, fine. If they don't smile back to you, like, you're used to smiles in Canada, you're gonna like get people smiling at you. Yeah, so that is it. And the next thing that is music. Please, you're not gonna hear African music when you come here. I know everybody knows that, of course, you're in a different country, so like you're not gonna hear, but like you see how you get used. I mean, that is one thing I had to get used to. You see how like Ghana, you might hear some pub somewhere or some party going on somewhere, and they're playing African music, and like, yeah, so even if you don't have your laptop, your phone or anything, at least you are sure that you hear some party going on somewhere, then they are playing some African music. But if you don't make the effort to actually listen to it on Spotify or Apple Music, it's going to be hard to hear African music. So the extra effort to hear African music is what I had to get used to. When you go out, know that you're going to hear Harry Styles, know that you're going to hear Taylor Swift, going to hear white people music. So please, you have to make the extra effort to know the new songs that are coming from Africa and stuff like that, because if you don't, you get drained into the Harry Styles and the Taylor Swift and those people, their songs. I love them, I listen to them, but then I listen to Harry Styles, I listen to Taylor Swift and all of that. But then if you don't make the effort to continue to listen to African music, you get drained so much into it that you forget about African music. Or if you're not like a social media person, or like someone who normally goes to Instagram and stuff like that, by the time you realize you are a Harry Styles fan or you are a Taylor Swift fan. So I'm telling you, last but not the least, hair. My hair. I have cried because of my hair. No. The first time I had to find like someone who, because like this place is very white dominated, it's gonna be hard trying to get someone reliable who can take care of your hair, because I have like really long hair, and I always want to make sure that I get the right person to take care of my hair, because I don't know, there's one thing about people who have long hair is they don't have time for their hair. So me for instance, I'm too lazy to take care of my own hair, so I always want to get someone who is reliable, who knows my hair and knows how to handle my hair. So one thing I had to get used to is learning how to wash my own hair and learning how to perm my own hair. I don't perm my hair, my roommate does, but then in a case whereby my roommate is not around, or if I move to a place where I have to live alone, I have to do my own hair, I have to perm my own hair. For this hair, I was lucky to get someone who was very good with installing hairs. There are a couple of black people here, so I contacted them and I went to this lady who installed my hair for me. But apart from that, I have to learn how to install my own hair, and that is extra work for me. I already have school stuff to deal with. The first time I wanted to wash my hair, I went to the mall, and there were like 5 or 6 salons in the mall, but then all of them told me they can't deal with my hair, they can't work on my hair. They're all like white salons and stuff like that. I don't know why I was too delusional, and I thought, oh, these people are gonna be able to do my hair for me. But I thought I was gonna get like some black people who would do my hair for me. But I roamed and roamed, and I didn't get anyone who could do my hair for me, and it was so frustrating. I almost cried that day because I really wanted to fix my hair, and I had school too. So I was like, wait, I can't wash my hair, I can't perm my hair, so what am I gonna do to my hair? I was crying. I was like, what? So I had to just go buy some permanent creams, and I made my roommate, it was her first time. She also had to try her hands on doing my hair, and like it was a try and error thing, and I was so scared because I didn't want my hair to break out and like end up spoiling. The last thing I had to get used to here in Canada is the weather. I don't know why that wasn't the first thing I talked about, but that is so important, because if you know Canada, you know Canada is really cold, and I don't know, I honestly don't know how to explain it, but it was so hard, and it's still so hard. There are people who've been born here and they still say they cannot get used to the weather. So me that I am fresh, your nose bleeds, you can even cry in the cold, like your eyes will be so watery that you'll be crying, and like your hands are going to freeze. I've had that experience where I went out and I was even in gloves and I was still freezing. My hands were freezing, I couldn't feel my fingers. It was so numb, and it is so scary. The feeling is just overwhelming. The cold can sometimes be so intense, but I feel like if you wear the right clothes, when I came, that was the first thing they kept telling me. You just have to wear the right clothes in the weather. You just have to make sure you check the weather immediately you wake up, so you know how to dress for the day. Otherwise, you go out and you'll be found wanting. You would be so cold that there's nothing you can do about it, because everyone is fighting for themselves. So if you do not dress well and you go out and you are complaining, or it's your own problem, because if you have a class or if you have work or anything, you just have to just mentally prepare yourself. So you check the time from morning till evening, because sometimes it gets warm in the morning and very, very cold in the evening. So if you just look at the weather in the morning, you're just gonna dress according to the weather in the morning, and during the day or during the evening when you're coming back home, you are freezing. So you just have to make sure you always have your gloves on you. You always have to make sure you wear thick socks. You just have to wear a scarf to protect your neck, and also the beanie hat to protect your ear, because your ear can just be so hard, like so cold and so hard, and you will not even feel your ear. So you just have to wear the right clothes. Honestly, I think if you wear the right clothes, you're good. And also you just have to wear if you wear like your trousers or something, you just have to wear some very thick leggings inside or something. Just wear your boots to protect your leg and everything. And also when you get your winter coats, you have to buy really long ones that are gonna like protect you more. So it depends on you. There are people who do not really get cold, but for me, I get really cold easily. So if you are someone like me who gets cold easily, you just have to make sure you dress well. So that was one thing I had to get used to. It was hard, but I just made sure to get the key things like my jackets, my boots, my beanie hat, my gloves, and my thermal stockings. So I'm kind of good now, but it was quite hard at the beginning. So these are things I've had to deal with since I came to Canada, and I know it's not been easy because it was just a short period of time. I had to get used to all these things in a very short time, and it was crazy. So I just thought I would share with you guys, so if anyone is coming or anyone that just wants to know anything, you would have an idea before you come, so that you would properly psych yourself and you would face anything that comes to you, and it wouldn't be a shock as it was to me. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I am so sorry I haven't been so consistent. I am definitely going to be consistent as time goes on, and you're going to see more of my face and lots of videos from me. So don't forget to like, comment, and hit the notification button to get notified anytime I post a video, so you're going to be the first person to watch it. If you have a friend who is interested, you can just share it to the friend for everyone to watch it and just have fun. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'm going to see you in the next video pretty soon, and I'll see you later. Bye.